Quickly, I'm going to run through question 1 to 15 of Ssce November 1999. So here we go. Question 1. Look at the question. The question is saying simplify 125 raised to power minus 1 over 3 times 49 raised to power minus 1 over 2 times 10 raised to power 0. So let's not waste our time. We have 125 raised to power minus 1 over 3 multiplied by 49 raised to power minus 49 raised to power minus half, then times 10 raised to power 0. So if you watch the video, the one of the video I posted, I've already explained indices that minus also means 1 over. So I'm reducing it. 125 raised to power 1 over 3 multiplied by 1 over. I'm removing the negative here. 49 raised to power 1 over 3, then multiply by anything raised to power 0 is 1. Then so what will I do? I've told you, whenever you're having power like this, the denominator is the root while the numerator is the power. So I'm having 1 over cube root of 125, then multiply by 1 over square root of 49 multiplied by 1. So 1, what is the number you multiply 3 times to get 125? That is 5 times number you multiply 2 times to get 49. That is 1 over 7 times 1. So the answer will be 1 over 35. That is that. So if you look at the option, C is the correct option, and the correct answer rather. So question 2, if 3 raised to power 2s is equal to 27, what is the value of so this is number 2. You're having 3 raised to power 2s equals to 27. So I've told you, whenever you see something like this, just try to make the base to be equal, then you can cancel it out. So 3 raised to power 2s equals to, if I say 3 raised to power 3, that is 3 times 3, 9 times 3, that is 27. So you can now see that 3 cancel 3. You have 2s equals to 3. So your s equals to 3 over 2, or 1 over 2. So let's look at the option. Number 2, that is B, that is 1.5. That is 1.5. So number 3, express let's say we should express let's look at it. Sorry, let me take this one here. Question number 3, express 0.00. So we are expressing 0. Let's look at the question. 0.00562 in standard form. So it's very easier. Once you look at it like this, what you have to do is just count the number of 0 that is there, which is 3. Then you put point in the first number. So which means I'm going to say 5.62 times, how many 0 do you count here? 1, 2, 3. That is times 10 raised to power minus 3. That is your answer. If you look at number 3, let's see. That is that is A is the correct answer. A is having 5.62 times 10 raised to power 3. So number B, you are giving so look at the question very well. Giving 1 over 3 log p base 10 equals to 1. Find the value of p. So this is the question. 1 over 3 log p base 10 equals to 1. So what I will do first is multiply through by 3. I multiply both sides by 3, which means I'm multiplying here by 3, multiply this side by 3. So at the end of the day, 3 cancel 3. I'm left with log p base 10 equals to 3. So 3 times 1. So what will I do? I can now use something like cross multiplication. It's not cross multiplication, that is the trick I use. So the log base will push this one up, then this one will go down. So what I'm saying is that this one will pull this one, then this one come down. So I will say p equals to 10 raised to power 3. So 10 raised to power 3 is 1000. So if you look at question 4, let's see question 4. So E is our correct answer. So now question 5 says simplify log root 8 over log 8. So when you see this kind of question, it's very easier. So what you have to do, say you should simplify this, equals to, I have to say log 8 raised to power 1 over 2. I told you half. so I can still come back to this point, divided by log 8. Then when the power is like this, you can take this to the back at the back of the log. So I'm having 1/2 log 8 divided by log 8. Are you getting it? So which means if I'm having something like this in a log, then I can take it to be the power of the number in log. So I'm having this log 8 cancel log 8. So the final answer is 1/2. So let's check question number 5. So 1/2, B is the correct answer. Now we are seeing this question number 7. The question says question number 6. Question says evaluate using logarithm table. So now you have to use your log table in answering this one, not by calculator. But since it's an objective, just use your calculator. Press log, open bracket 0.65, close the bracket, you put raised to power 2 and press your answer, you get your answer. But in case if you don't have maybe it's in theory or you don't have access to calculator, I will tell you what to do by using table. Now in using table, look at this. So we have to express this in using table. Now the first, what is the number we are looking at is 0.65. Now you first of all deal with this one before you apply the power. So now for me to check my table, now I need to first of all deal with for me to go to table, I need to deal with the first number. I'm having 0 as the starting number of these figures here. So what I will now do is because it's starting with 0, that is 1 bar. If I'm having 0.0, that is 2 bar. The amount of 0 that you are seeing before any number is the number of bar you'll be having before you go to your log table. Now since I'm not having bar, because of this bar, I've already removed this is 0 and point from here. So what I will now do now is 1 bar point, whatever I now read from the table is what I will put here. Since I'm not having table with me here, I'm going to use my system, the table I got from internet. So what I'm going to do now is to check 65 under 0. There's nothing here. So 65 under 0. 65 under 0. So if you look at the my system now, so this is 65 under 0, which is I'm having 8129. So 8129. So I'll write it here. There's no difference. I'm going to add 8129. Because of this power in logarithm, when you are checking table, when you see a power, the power after you check your table, you now use the power to multiply your result. So this is what I read from the table, then multiply by 2. So 2 times 9 18, you keep 1. 2 times 2 4 plus 1, that is 5. 2 times 1, that is 2. 2 times 8 16, we are keeping 1. 2 times dot 2 times this is like minus 1. You are now multiplying with times 2. This bar 1 means minus 1 multiplied by that is minus 2, and you are keeping 1 before plus 1, that is minus 1. So you are, instead of writing minus 1, you are saying bar 1. So this is the answer. So let's check our option. Whenever we see this, that will be the correct answer. So 1990, sorry, okay, 1990, question number 6. So you could see that okay, D is the correct answer. So that is bar 1.6258, which is actually D. So now question 7. So what is question 7 saying? Question 7 says that if log x, you are giving log x to be question 7, log x to be bar 2, log x equals to 2 bar 0.3675, and log y to be equals to log y 0.9 what is the question number? 0.9750. So now they now say you should find the ys plus y. So this is the question now. This is what you are having. If log s is this and log y is this, so I'm going to use table now to find it. So I will need to first of all find what is x, which is 2 minus 2 2 bar 63675. So like what I did earlier. So and whenever you see a log being written like this, it's in natural form, which means it's actually in base 10. So if there's 10 here, base 10, log s base 10. So like what I did earlier, I'll use this one to put this one up, then this one will come down, which means my s is equals to 10 raised to power 2 bar 0.3675. So what this one is telling us is for me to actually look at look at this in anti-logarithm form. So for me to check this in anti-log table, so what is starting here now is 2 bar. Are you getting me now? So I have to first remove this, which means I'm having 2 0, so 0.0. So I've already sorted this one out. What I will now do is to now check 36 under 7 difference 5. So I'm still going to use my my table. I'm going to use my table that I got from internet. So I'm looking for this logarithm. I'm looking for anti-log. So when I got the anti-log, so I think this is anti-log. So I'm checking. I'm looking for 36. So 36. I think I have to scroll down again. 36. Okay. So if you look at it very well, now 36. Don't forget that 7 because this first line here is starting. This first line here is under 0. So since I'm going to under 7, I have to just count 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, which is 23 28. That is 36 under 7. So 23 28. So I have to keep that one aside because I'm still having difference 5. 23 28. So what will now be the difference when you look at 36 now under? So the difference is was 36. This is 36. Now I've picked my under 7, which is 23 28. Difference 5. 1 2 3 4 5. That is 3. I think that is 3. So I'll add 3 to this. So what will now give me? This one will give me 3 plus 8. That is 11. 1 plus 2. That is 3 2 3. So that is what I will now put here. 2 3 3 1. So now I'm done with this. The answer to this one, the first one. Now when I will now look for that of y now, that is log y equals to 0.9750. Then what I will now do is bring in y equals to 10 raised to power 0.9750. For me to check the antilog of this is the starting point. So I'm having just is 0. So which means whatever value result I get, I have to put just to once one. When I get my value, I'll just put a point after a number. So now I want to look at 97 under 5 difference 0. So just 97 under 5. There's no difference 0. So I'll check antilog. So I'm going to scroll down for me to actually see 97 under 5. And don't forget that the first row is under 0. This is 97. 1 2 3 4 5 6. That is 9441. So the value I got from antilog is 9441. So because this figure here started with 0, I just have to put a point here. So that will define my result. Since I'm looking for x plus y, this is x and this is my y. So I'm adding 9.441. So this one will give me 131,649. So point. I'm adding this plus this is 0 4 6. That is 4 rather 4 here. 1 plus 3 3 and 1. So since I'm to convert to 3 significant figure 1 2 3, so that is 9.46. so that will be our final answer. If you check number 7, okay, you see now you are having 9.44 so the correct answer is 9.46. so that is that. Now let's look at number 8. You say while doing his physics practical, Idowu recorded the reading as 1 point this instead of this, which means he had actually made a mistake. So the formula is finding an error is error over actual error then times 100. So that is what I'm going to do. Since the actual now, instead of him to read 1.251, so he read 1.12. So I'm having 1.21 minus 1.12 divided by the actual 1.21. So I will be having, if you subtract it, that will give me 0.09 over 1.21 then times 100. This one is times 100. So I think if you do your, this one should multiply, that is 9 over 1.21. So it will be around 7 point. So if I check the answer from there, if you have calculator, you can press, but let me check the answer. We can actually see how so this is 1 point, this, okay, you can check use your calculator. Let me use calculator for that. So I'm having 9 divided by 1.21, so that is 7.34. so 7.3, okay, so you can approximate. The answer is C. So I hope you get that. Now moving forward, I'm having question number 9. Said find the fourth terms of an AP whose first term is 2 and the common difference is what, 0.5. This is very straightforward. You already be given D to be 0.5 and the first term to be 2, that is A to be 2, and we are looking for the fourth term. So using formula which is UN equals to A plus into n minus 1 D. We are looking for the fourth time, so n is 4. So U4 equals to, your first time is 2 plus 4 minus 1, your common difference is 0.1, which is 1 over 2. Then we have 2 plus 3 times 1 over 2. So LCM 2, 4 plus 3, that is 7 over 2, which is 3 number 1 over 2. So if you look at it, let's look at this number, okay, that is 3.5. so answer is C. So that is how it goes. So okay, let's see if we can solve one more question. Question number number 10. So what the question is saying is, question said using the graph, from the graph determine the root of the equation. So when you see this kind of this and you are asking to look for the root of the equation, don't bother yourself. You just have to look at the graph closely and pick where the graph cuts S line, that is S axis, and the S axis on the horizontal part. So if you look at it, the graph is cutting -2 and it's cutting 1.5, -2, 1.5. You see the line pass through 1 and 2, which means passing through the center 1.5. So which means I'll be having S equals -2 and or S equals 1.5. So if you put the two together, you have don't forget, okay, are we looking for the root from the graph? Okay, so you should determine that is -2 and 1.5. If you check closely, -2, 1.5. So C is the correct answer. I hope you are getting it. Now question 11 says find the value of S for which Y is equals to 5. Now if you look at the graph closely, where Y equals to 5, you have to draw a straight line. So the line will now touches the graph. Where it touches the graph, you trace it to S axis, then you'll be able to get your answer. So which means 5 will be between 4 and 6. So when you place your 5 will be here. When you place your ruler on the exact point of 5, you draw a straight line. It will touch here. You read it down, then you pick the answer. It will also touch there. The line will also touch here. You will trace it down. You pick your answer. That is what they mean. That is what they mean by saying you find the value of S for which Y is equal to Y. That is that. So number 12, say an arc of length 22 sustain an angle theta, the center of the cycle at the center of the cycle. What is the value of theta if the radius of the cycle is 15 centimeter and you have been given pi? Don't forget, length of an arc is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So now you are already be given the length of an arc to be 22. You are looking for theta over 360 times 2. You are already be given from the question pi to be 22 over 7, 22 over 7 multiplied by your r to be 15. If you look at the question, number 12, your radius of the cycle is 15. So if you look at it, I'm looking for theta, which means this will multiply this, this, divided by this, because I'm looking for theta. Theta will multiply everything here. So in shortcut, theta equals to 22 times 360 times 7 all over 22 times 22 times 15. So 2 cancel, okay, leave this one alone. 22 cancel 22. Then what else again? I'm still having 2 here. Then 15 here, 1. 15 here, 24. 2 here, 1. 2 here, 12. 12 times 7. 12 times 7. We have 14, keep 1, 84. Let's look at the answer. The answer is, the correct answer is B. Now, this one says find the sum of the first 5 times of GP. And we are looking for the first 5 times. So the GP, the series is 2, 6, 18. Now, you see, you already know your first time. That is the first number. That is what they are saying the first time is to be 2. For you to know your common ratio is what? Common ratio is the second number divided by the first number, or the third number divided by the second number, like that. You see that it will give you the same answer, 3, 3. So our common ratio is 3. Since r is greater than 1, then you use the other sum of the GP. So which says that the sum of a GP is equal to ARN. Because r is greater than 1, I'm going to write r first, minus 1 all over r minus 1. Then if you supply all what we've got in here into this place, you can know what to do. Your A, which is the first time, is 2. Your R is 3. Then the question says you should find the first 5 times, which means your N is 5. You are looking for the first 5 times. So which is 5 minus 1. You over what? 3. Your common ratio is 3 minus 1. So this one become 2 into 3 raised to power 5 minus 1 all over 2. 2 cancel 2. So we need to do 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 minus 1. So I think I'm to use my calculator and multiplying 3 5 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So that is 240. That is 243. So minus 1. Answer is 242. So let's look at the option. The option is C. C is the correct answer. Now look at question 14. Question 14, let's look at it closely. Question 14 is saying that let J be the set of a positive integer. If H is an element of S, of which X is a function of Cj, and S squared is less than 3, that is a hint that you're supposed to know, and S is not equal to 0. If S is not equal to, then what is now the value of H? Now, I'm going to, first of all, let's cancel it out. Now, S cannot be empty because we already been told that is a positive integer. So D is out of it. Now, if you look at C, from the option given, they say S squared is less than 3. If you square 2, is it not 4? So which means this one is out of it. Now, if you look at B, we already be given constraint, which means it has beginning and then it's not infinite. So it has end. So B is out of it. It's between A and E. So let's look at this statement. Say J is less than H. And we have already said that J is a positive integer. So you cannot say it's less than or equals to H. So that is why your A is the correct answer, which is H is equals to 1. So I told you that I'm going to deal with 1 to 15. So the last part now is that the question says that if a class, I think I have to actually do a video on a set, but just permit me to solve this number 15. Then in a class of 150 students, every student had to study economics. That means so we're having a universal of, that is the total student to be what? 80 students now. That is our U. And every student had to study economics or geography, or both economics and geography. If 65 students study economics, so number of students that study economics is 65. Okay. And geography, and 50 study geography. Number of students that study geography is 50. Okay, then what else? Say how many students do both. So number, that is, they are telling you to find, we are looking for the number of students that did both economics and geography, which is economics intersection geography. Are you seeing now? Economics intersection geography. So now, which means, for I can say, okay, let the number of students that study economics and geography to be x. So are you getting me now? So Venn diagram is a very crucial thing to do when you are dealing with this kind of question, which so look at it now. So the two things the entity I'm dealing with are just two variables. I'm having two terms that I'm dealing with, economics and geography. So which means I only need two circles. Don't forget the universal, the total student in the school that is studying economics and geography, just 80. Now we're having economics, geography. Number of students economics, this circle. Number of students did geography, this circle. So if x study both economics and geography, what you have there, you are saying what you did here. What I did here is that I've already cut out this part of the circle. In geography, cut out this part of the circle. So if I'm bringing it out without x, it's just like E is now something like beans now, something like this. It's not complete. The other one is like this. Are you seeing now? So because I've removed part of it, this part of it now, in some question, when they ask you to find only, this is what we refer to as only because nothing is there, nothing is taking part of it. That is what they did, only. But we are not going there. Let's just solve the question. So I've already taken x out of economics, and the total number of economics is 65. So I'm having 65 minus s. I've already taken s out of geography, and total number is 50. So 50 minus s, and don't forget the total is what? Is 80. So now it's easier now. Sum everything together, then equals to 80. So that will be my universal. So 65 minus s, then plus x plus 50 minus s equals to what? 80. So 1s cancel s. I'm left with minus x. Then 50 plus 65. We are having 511 equals to what? 80. So minus s equals to 80 minus 115. So minus s will now be equals to 35 minus 5. S equals to what? 35. So that is how you deal with that. So let's look at the question. You can close it. Okay. Question number 15. So C is the correct answer. So I have to stop here today, and I will continue another time. Thank you.